Hello, fellow travelers. How are you doing today? Sending you love, sending you peace, sending you understanding and sharing space with you. I hope you're all doing what you love to do and loving what you're doing, and you know why you're doing what you're doing. I'm talking to you because I believe life is simple, but somehow, somewhere, we have managed to complicate it. And I'm basing on my own life and then other experiences I've seen to understand. We've fallen far from grace. And what is grace? That which holds me, that which holds you. Are we just so forgetful, or are we easily distracted? As I speak with you and speak with myself, I want you to take a personal inquiry into yourself, or a personal or individual self-reflection, or take a look at your life and see how you're doing. I honestly believe that we were sent to earth on an adventure, and life is an adventure. It serves us both tragedies, it serves us scary bits, it serves us sweetness, it serves bitterness, and that is the same for all of us. It's just that we each take it differently, or we each worked for different things. So if life gives tests or awards or goodness or ugliness, these are words that have been created that we use, like we've learned to say, this is wrong, this is right, this is black, this is white, and we've gotten so used to looking at life through such lens. But is that the reality? I've come to understand sometimes it's not. We all are full of grace. We've been given grace. We all are loved the same way. You know why? I believe it is so, and I would want to invite you to look at it. Honestly speaking, who has ever seen anyone not die because they were so good? And who has ever seen anyone take the easy way, like the way they died? They've never been sick all their lives because they've been holy. They've never lost anyone because they are holy. Or who has seen somebody like, those people are so evil. Because they are so evil, they were not even born. They don't even breathe the same fresh air we take. Those people, when it rains on this village, it doesn't rain on their house because God is so unhappy with what they're doing. Who's ever seen that? If you've seen it, I would invite you to share with us. I want to share reality. When I go to the Christian doctrine, Jesus said that, know your truth, and the truth will set you free. Why do you think that was said? What is your truth that you're denying so much that you can't find peace? When I say this, I'm also talking to myself, because every day we are work in progress. Every day I'm asking myself, okay, why can't I find peace? What am I arguing with? And that's when we get that it is what it is. Once something has happened, it's a reality. It is not something we have to argue about. It is not something to reason with, but it is something to accept, and we see the way forward. We all are made uniquely different, and yet we're the same, because every living thing, or most of the living things, those that I know, have two eyes. They have a nose, they have a mouth, they have ears. Some we have ears, like for us humans, God put some on our heads, put some under our armpits, put some under our privates, and then the rest, it's like a design. Some have more, others have less. But what is the truth? That at the end of it all, or looking at it, we are all uniquely yet carefully designed. No one has a mouth where the nose should be. In reality. So, why do we forget all that grace? Why is there so much suffering? Why is there so much fear? I've come to know, I'm sharing if other people can also share. The fear surrounding everything is so much that sometimes you even drink it in and you ask yourself, why am I floating? What is going on? It's like you're in the age of something going to happen. Even if some of us, you've already made peace with what can happen. You've been tried, and within yourself you know that, okay, I'm feeling this, but I don't think this is mine. I'm drinking it from somewhere. Where am I drinking it? The ones that have gone before us, they went in fear. We who are here are also in fear. So what are we leaving the ones to come? We are passing over the same thing, which means we are ignoring. We are not recognizing the truth before us. Many of you, truthfully, have seen mysterious ways that life works. I'm very sure all of you have got mystic or mysterious or, miracles happen to you. But we can't even come and say it, because we've allocated the miracles to some special people. We've allocated the mysterious happenings to some other people. It can happen to anyone else but you. So even when your God reveals to you that it is this, I've got you, you can leave that and you start worrying again. I'm here to encourage you that we are never alone. You are never alone. And everything that is before your eyes is before your eyes because you can overcome it. It is before your eyes so that you can learn from it. It is before your eyes so that you can be a testimony. You can be a witness. It's serving a purpose. Everything affects everything. We've made some mistakes. And what is a mistake? When you didn't take something intentionally. You mistook. You mistaking. Because you've not analyzed. Because you've not been watchful. Because you've not paid attention. So how many mistakes have we done? And if you've done so many mistakes or such and such, does it mean that you have to lose your seat? Does it mean that you lose anything of you? No. You've added to the knowledge you have. You've added to who you are. Can't we start celebrating who we are? Do we always have to be so destitute and so desperate and so orphaned that we have to look on the outside to feel ourselves? At one point, I had very long hair, very natural, very long, beautiful hair when I had just come to the European country, coming from home, because the water there is soft water. And then it started to break. I got concerned and I was like always worrying, concerned, putting this, putting that, plaiting it. Then I was like, oh, I think I'm not my body. I'm not even my hair. I can cut it off. It can grow. It can, but it is not me. You look at my skin, you look at myself, my body, I look at it myself. And I remember everything since I was a child. I remember running up and down. I remember falling. I remember running away from a goat. I remember, which means I've been in so many bodies. I was once a baby. I was once a 1 year old. I've been so many things. That is where we get I am that which I am. I've been happy, I've been miserable, I've been nice, I've been really tough and inconsiderate. We have so many things, but does that change who we are? No, but we've lost so much. I want to remind you, you know who you are and you know what you're seeking. If you didn't know what you're seeking, why would you be seeking it? If you know what you're seeking, it means you already know it and you have it. You know how it feels like, because how can you look for something you don't know? How do you know right from wrong? If I'm to borrow those words, how would you know that this one suits me or fits me? This is in the motion I'm meant to be and this is not. Because we are knowing people, we have the knowing. But we are so scared and running on borrowed fuel. I invite you to take your seat back. If just one by one of us can sit in ourselves and discover who we are, and we know what makes us feel good, and we stop running because no one is chasing. That's why the Bible says that the wicked will run even when no one is chasing. Why? Because being wicked is when you lose focus of who you are. You become a rebel. You don't know who brought you here. You've forgotten it all. And because of that, you'll be blown away with the wind. You'll be like a ship without a captain. So I invite you to take back your reins and you run your life. I invite you to be back. What is so saddening and why I'm talking about this is how both male and female are suffering. And you look at somebody when they are really pretty to look at, when they are really a sight to admire, but when they are not at all present in their bodies, they've run away and it's just an empty shell. And after that, we will start plastering and putting on masks and doing all sorts of things, trying so hard that you can live life when you've not even lived a single day, or you just lived until you were no longer baby, because you see babies are happy, babies express, yeah, they cry for food, you give them food, they're happy. But now, nothing is ever enough. But when actually we all have a lot, you are so full of wonders. You are a strong spirit. You are powerful because you've made so many decisions. And even when you made or you mistook some of the decisions, you were able to overcome and face the consequences and push on and go on. Why do we think of ourselves so less that we've resorted to getting help from the outside to feel safe, to feel powerful? We think we demean other people, we abuse other people in all ways just because we are so little, just because we are so lost. Because if you know who you are and you know your spirit, if you know that you've got enough, at one point some of the things cease to be so important. You start wishing everyone can have an easy day. You start wishing anyone could really have all that they think or they seek to give them a joyful life. Invite everyone you know to really try to just breathe, because all these other things they tell us, hang on to this, hang on to that, they will go, you know. Others are telling, oh, you do this detox, do this, that's. Even if you did all that, I've seen people who have really painted, and if you didn't know, you would never know that they did maybe plastic surgery. But the way they are wearing it, the inner invalidated person is within them. You start looking around, you know. That's why even the rich also cry. That's why the people who we think they've gathered enough are still capable of doing horrible things to others. Why? Because inside they are empty. Inside they are void. Inside they've not found value within themselves. How do we make a change? We are the change. Start with yourself. Let's start with ourselves. Let's start knowing that no matter how much you eat, you can never eat enough for the whole lifetime. No matter how much you gather, you can never gather enough to have it all. You'll always want something. Having known that the body is insatiable and the mind can be your rescuer or your savior, and it can also be the devil in you. How do you handle that? You start to know that we are here on borrowed time, and whether you like it or not, everything you own will one time pass to other people, and even what you have once belonged to other people. If not for your ancestors, you wouldn't be here, which means that some people were generous enough, some people were loving enough to have hope, and they built you. You are the mango they planted, and they've not ate the mangoes from it. How about we also do the same thing? How about we start doing only that which feels good to us, and we share it? Share only that which makes you joyful and happy. Share only that which gives hope. Share only, you understand that, you know, you're a strong soul with a body, and your body, with your body you can do wonders. With your body you can decide to take from others. By how about you start giving with your body? How about you serve? How about you are grateful for everything, including yourself? You become grateful for the body that you sit in to give you all the experiences. You become grateful for everything. And once you feel grateful, I'm sure you'll find something you can give to the rest of the world. Much love and blessings. Thank you.